Going on, YouTube? It's me, Tyler. Just thought I'd take my videos in a new direction, as opposed to fan dubs of Power Rangers or putting together pictures of me and my goofy friends doing what have you. Some concerns have been raised that I think should be addressed, particularly the way the world perceives God. And I've seen a lot of people leaving comments on anything that's remotely religious and mocking everything that Christians stand for, calling God all kinds of unspeakable names, which I, of course, I'm not going to repeat. And they like to think of God as a mean kid with a magnifying glass in an ant farm. He's not in control. He's just watching us, and when we make him mad, he burns us up. That's not how I see God, and that's not how Christians see God. He's in control, but if he controlled every aspect of our lives, we wouldn't really be living, would we? I mean, for those of you who have children, is it quite the same when they do something wrong and you make them apologize because they should? Or is it better when they apologize because they feel like they should? Not because you make them, but because they want to. It's the same with God. He's not going to make you love him, because, that's not real love. That's God, being a dictator, which he's not. So it's a good thing he doesn't do that. I believe he's in control, just in an indirect way, He doesn't like strike down people when they make fun of him or make him mad. And people say that there's suffering in the world, and that's proof enough for them that there's not a God. But this suffering, God never intended, I believe, God never intended for there to be such things in the world. It started, the way I believe it, with Adam and Eve, Garden of Eden, and the serpent, i.e. Satan, was going to tempt them with the forbidden fruit. You all know the story, right? Of course you do, yeah. So, they got the forbidden fruit, and God says, don't touch it, or don't eat it. Eat anything you want, just not that. Give him one rule, just one. And man, because of his nature, chose the wrong way, as he often does, and he touched it. Not only did he touch it, he ate it. Him and his wife both, and they lost their place in God's favor. And I believe all the suffering in this world is a direct result of what people have done. A problem I hear a lot about is racism. I'm not a racist person. White, black, purple, red, orange, I don't care. We all bleed red. We're all the same on the inside. We're all squishy and vulnerable. But slavery was started because white people were lazy, needed somebody to pick their cotton. And the whole gangsta thing, that image that's put in the media, that's out there because someone thought that was cool, thought that, they'd make something of themselves with that. It's not, it takes two to tango. I'm not pointing any fingers at anybody in particular, but except, people in general as a whole. The problem was started because people hate each other. Nothing we can do about that. And the only way that we can really make that go away is for people to swallow their pride, accept one another for who they are. I mean, I've got black friends, I've got white friends. I even saw a Vietnamese guy at Advance yesterday. That's where I work, Advance Auto Parts. Go buy your stuff from there. Maybe they'll pay me for saying that. One can only hope. Anyways, I don't think that, being white, that white people are any better than anybody else. I don't think we're any less than anyone else. I think we're all people. Our skin color is a result of how we were created. Could be for a purpose, maybe to help us understand that because someone is different, it's not a good enough reason to hate them. I don't hate anybody. I hate a lot of the things that people do. And I disagree with a lot of the things people do. Like another thing that it's in the news all the time, or at least people won't shut up about it, is gay rights. I don't hate gay people. I hate the fact that they're gay. I don't agree with them. Nothing you could ever say will make me agree with them. But, live and let live, right? They're going to do what they want. We might as well not gripe about it, not, pick them off one by one at their parades. Pretend to be Charles Manson or something, or whatever your thing is. You see, the thing between conservative straight people and liberal gay people is the conservatives, they like things their own way, and You know, anybody else, that's just too bad. You're interrupting me. So I don't care. I'm trying to rant to the people of YouTube about problems in the world. It's already recording, I can't stop now. But anyways, the problem comes from people not wanting to accept what's different. You know, I don't agree with them, but I don't hate them either. They can do what they want. It's not hurting me any, and I just ask them not to criticize me for what I do, which, you know, I'm into women. That's my thing. If you're into men, that's cool. That's your thing. Don't agree with it, like I said, but I don't hate you for it. The reason they're suffering in the world is because we made it that way. It's not because God's picking on us. Because people are jackasses. Pardon my French. Or English. Or whatever. People are just that way. It's in our nature. We elevate ourselves above others to make us feel better. We cut people down because it makes us feel like we're better than they are. Start wars over pointless things, really. World War II was started because, what's his name? How do you say it? Francisco Principe or something like that. The guy that assassinated Franz Ferdinand, not the band, the Archduke of Austria. Started over a very small conflict just within the country. This figurehead got assassinated and Germany got involved and so on and so forth. Everybody just jumped on the bandwagon, and pretty soon we had a war that claimed more people's lives than any other war in American history put together. And I've seen videos of people in other countries criticizing us, the Americans, for what we do. And you know, I don't hate them either. I don't like that they judge us based on the picture painted of us in the media. But I never did like the media. I hate what it does to people. I hate celebrities. Not, you know, the people, but the fact that they're celebrities. You know, you get somebody on the news and they won't shut up about it for weeks. If I hear Anna Nicole Smith's name one more freaking time, I'm gonna stab somebody. Okay? She was a strung out druggie, and we didn't know who the father was until recently. That was all that needed to be said. I think it's time to let it go. Among other things. I mean, that's not the only thing that makes me mad when I watch the news. I mean, a funny cartoon I saw on a Jib Jab, what we call the news. You should go watch that. It's pretty funny. Kind of puts things into perspective for you. You know, I'm not really good at working this camera, so I hope it's still recording. If it's not, then it's just going to be a blank screen with me talking in the background. Yeah. I guess the point I'm trying to make is people are angry at God for the things that happen in this world, but no one has the guts to stand up and admit when they're wrong. I mean, I have trouble with it from time to time. We don't like being wrong. It's no fun. People think you're an idiot. Like, stupid. You're wrong. Idiot. You know, there's nothing we can do about that. That's also part of our nature, but it's nothing to be angry at God over. I mean, God didn't do it. He only asked that we love one another and love Him, which I believe that we should, considering He created us and allows us to live and breathe and learn every single day. And I don't really know what I was trying to accomplish here. I guess just give the world my opinion about these kind of things. You can take it or leave it. It won't hurt my feelings. If you agree with me, that's great. But if you don't, I don't care. That's just too bad. And if there's any atheists watching this, unless you want to get converted, don't bother leaving comments, because I'm just going to delete them. I don't want to hear you talking about my delusion, or whatever it is you people call it. I mean, you say that you don't believe in God, so there must not be one. What if God says He doesn't believe in atheists? Well, you're everywhere. I can see you. See? There you are. Atheist. But I digress. I guess I've said my piece now. Watch my videos. Rate them. Comment on them. Nice comments, anyhow. Constructive criticism. Not complaining and curse words. As always, this has been that guy with that YouTube channel.